All right, we're on the air. We're on the air. Hi, everyone. Sorry to make you wait. I'm doing this lately. I opened up a live stream chat to talk to kind of a lefty journalist who wants to do a big article about Comicsgate. He wants to do an interview with me, and I just said, well, look, we can do it live. We can. Good morning, Antoine Dennison. Great to see you. It's not pie. Well, no. I was doing a kind of not a telephone call. We were in the Google Hangout together and just kind of talking things out and making it a thing. Yeah, all you need is pie, the edge of pie. Do it live. Well, that's what we're talking about. I'm saying, look, you're going to find it difficult to find somebody who wants to go toe to toe with me live, but I'm willing to do that. I would say you put him in there. He's a journalist. Put him in this chat as a moderator. Bring anyone. You could bring Bill Sienkiewicz. You could bring a pro in. Don't bring one of these weirdos. Don't bring a creep like Tim Doyle in here because, well, he wouldn't do it anyway. But we're doing it live. Yeah. I'm going to put you guys on hold one more time. I'm going to hit mute on my thing. I got to call Andrea back and just see what she wanted. So hang on a sec. Oh, she's home. Hang on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, Andrea just called to see if I wanted McDonald's. A McDonald's pie. No, I don't want McDonald's. No. Absolutely not. Everything is pie. What the hell? This whole chat is about pie. I'm scrolling back and it's all pie puns. You guys are hilarious. All right. I got to put this chat out there. I want to see if a certain person will come into this chat with me. I'm a pieontologist, guys. This is pieontology. All right. Paste. Boom. Oh, these guys are so sad. I mean, this is a sad thing. When you find out that one of your fellow pros, or not one of your fellow, a pro that you admire, hates Comicsgate, it makes you sad. It does just make you sad. All right, let's see if anyone comes in. Oh, let me send this to a couple other people. I'm on the edge of a broken heart. We'll see if we get Nasser in here. Love that guy. Who else? Let's send this to Weaponized Nerve Rage. Now, by the way, the title of this chat is talking about Melissa Morg. Who is Melissa Morg? Now, if anyone knows Melissa Morg, it is Weaponized Nerd Rage. Weaponized Nerd Rage knows Melissa Morg. He chronicled that whole thing and he cracked the case. For the longest time, we didn't know who Melissa Morg was. We didn't get it. He kind of figured it out, which was pretty amazing. It was a pretty big deal that he was able to do that.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Nasser?
Fine. I was getting some IndieGoGo stuff done today. Now I'm eating.
Oh, that's nice. Nasser, how sad are you right now?
Dude, I am pissed. I Man, we have Dave Gibbons coming after us. Dave Gibbons.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah.
he's on one of my favorite comics of all time. I tell everybody to read Watchmen. I mean, who
Yeah.
doesn't know Watchmen? But
Yeah.
that just pisses me off. I love that book.
Yeah.
Go to the beach,
Well,
Nasser. Just relax.
hey Ben, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, it was. Melissa Morg thing was a pretty pathetic stunt, says FUD 123. It totally was. That was a very, very strange thing that happened to Comicsgate. You know, so many like crazy things have happened to Comicsgate. So many awful things have been done to us that like I don't even remember. Like I don't remember all of them. You just kind of survive them and move past them. But somebody made a list on a message board of all of the things that they did that anti-comics gators have done to us that we've had to endure that are just crazy. And if we did any one of these things to anyone else, we'd be in big trouble. We would be in huge trouble. Hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna put this hat on, and maybe I'll turn my camera on. Let me see if I look handsome. Do I look handsome enough for this? Yeah, I don't know. What are you getting real sick of, Chris W? Auto problems. Ethan, I don't know how you can be so calm with these guys. I'll turn my camera on. Look how
Dude,
close
I
the
just want
camera
to
is
know where
now.
we go from here.
Yeah, cover that balding head of yours, says Cam 1138. I have to. I wouldn't, except people keep telling me that I need to. And I wouldn't do it. What do you mean, where do we go from here?
Like this, hold on, wait 1 second. Sorry, I'm chewing.
Robots don't need to eat, Nasser. You're ruining your bit.
Like, I mean, sure, we're off here doing our own thing, but I just wonder what the mainstream industry, like, where do they think they're going? You have Dave Gibbons, of all people, saying, I agree with Bill. All you guys are part of the KKK. And that includes me. And I'm not exactly white. And this isn't the first person to tell me that. And we have Tony
Yeah.
Moore of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
He won't take back his statement that I'm part of the KKK.
He won't take it back. He stands by that. He stands by that you're the KKK.
Dude, all these books are ruined, and I want to know what legacy that they
Aw.
think they're going to leave behind. Because I know what I want to leave behind, man. I know I want to leave behind. I want to leave behind stories that that people's grandkids will read. I want to read. I want to leave behind a legacy of making good comics. But we got. I mean, what's Tony Moore getting out of this? His legacy is he called us all bigots and Nazis. Same
Yeah.
thing with Dave Gibbons. Like, it's no longer just going to be Watchmen. It's going to be like he hates a bigger audience than what's in mainstream comics right now.
Well, I mean, look, I just had a conversation, as I said, with a journalist. Let's see. Burton Stacy goes, the hats you wear are homeless guy hats. Well, so what? I like it. Nicholas Glenn, $1.99. Thoughts on Blade with Wesley Snipes coming to the MCU? Cool. I mean, that's cool. That makes
Love
sense.
Love it.
Robbie Bop Bop, thanks for $1.99. Hey, just a reminder to check out my documentary. I started it. I started watching your documentary. I'll get back to it. Rookie Critic, they think Nasser is somehow a bully. They think Little Nat. He called you Little. He said Little Nasser.
Dude, I don't even know at this point. Like, I don't know what they have to accuse me of. They're just like, oh man, these bigots. And
Yeah.
What have I done? I have like 10,000 tweets. Go back and find something that will actually make me look like a bigot.
You're confronting them like they're adults, and you're confronting them as though you're an adult, and you're just saying, hey, account for yourself, and they can't account for themselves. So yeah, I've seen what you say. I've seen what you do. This is it's just stupid. You've got to get used to this. You've just got to get used to this kind of abuse and realize that it's like, how do you look at this? Well, first of all, they're wrong, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely.
That's the main thing. They're wrong. Don Han 87 says there's a saying in my place and then he writes in a foreign language, which means this too shall pass. Let them bark; they will get tired one day, and life will move on. That's correct.
I love that.
Yeah, you can't, Nasser. You have to be content with the fact that you're right and they're wrong.
Man, for like 5 years now, about 5 years, maybe four, I've had the desire to be in this industry, and my dream has always been Image Comics. But the way this is going, it's just like screw them all, man. I'm fine doing my own thing if this is how they're all going to be.
Well, Nasser, let's see, Ethan. I don't like this light and camera combo. Your eyes are so big and so blue. I can't look at you. Well, I can move the camera back a little bit, I guess. Is that better? Nasser, you're going to be doing your own thing. Okay, we're in the middle of a culture war right now.
Yeah. I think I got the idea what culture war means, but I'm not too sure.
Okay, so it is true that there are far left-wing extremists that are making decisions and taking actions against the best interest of comic books in order to move forward their ideology. Now, I know you've heard Richard and I say things like that,
Yeah.
but maybe you haven't realized yet that it actually is true, that it actually is a thing. And you do have to understand that it is true and it is a thing and you're experiencing it. So when people are calling you names and calling you a Nazi, it's because they're SJWs and you pose an existential threat to their existence, which is to promote their ideology. Now, people like Dave Gibbons get roped in. Dave Gibbons, as far as I know, isn't an ideologue, but he's believing. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that what Bill is saying isn't true. So he's going to get roped in. He's going to get roped into anti-comicsgate until he learns the difference, until he learns the truth.
I didn't believe any of the culture war stuff existed until last year. Straight up. When Ethan said it, I talked to Brett R. Smith, asked him, I mean, I just didn't believe it until, I'm sorry, man. I didn't think you were a liar. I just thought maybe you guys felt something a little different. I was in my bubble, doing my thing. I go to the beach a lot. It just didn't feel that way. And I wasn't on Twitter. But you are right. It is a war for, entertainment, the culture, the narrative, our children. And they view, that's the big difference. I feel they view themselves as warriors, and we just view ourselves as normal people, having families and doing our thing.
That's it. That's all it is.
Right. And we got guys like Peter Simeti, who owns Alterna. Alterna is the only publisher where I've seen their numbers actually grow. I think he's up like 700% or something from like last year. And now we got like Kieran Shake or whatever, who won't even pay his artist for his Kickstarter he didn't deliver. We got him calling Alterna alt-right. What's alt-right about Alterna? Look at half their tweets. Half their tweets are telling customers thank you for buying our product.
Can I just say to anybody that's listening, please just attack B. Hennessy personally. Attack me, leave Pete alone, leave Alterna alone.
Well, they can't.
Come on.
Well, they're, listen, Ben, they need to scare people away.
Just horrible. Just horrible.
Antoine Dennison, $2. Gibbons is basing his view on the Comicsgate wiki. Oh, is there a wiki on Comicsgate? Langer Lord, €5. Plow on. Let them burn their own houses to the ground. You can dance on the comic industry's grave afterwards. History will look back on you kindly. Nasser, do you believe that?
Can I hear it one more time?
All right. Plow on. Let them burn their own houses to the ground. You can dance on the comic industry's grave afterwards. History will look back on you kindly.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that we're up to better things. I mean, it's only a matter of time before more of the normal people start seeing us. There's been so many articles and outrage the last week that I showed you the screenshots of the IndieCron website. in 3 days when they started their outrage, Comicsgate Indiegogo's went up 50 grand. And so I don't know, how long has Cyberfrog been up again? Like a day and a half? And you made like what, like almost 40 grand?
No, over 40. Over 40. Let's look at
over
Cyberfrog
40?
right now. Yeah.
My son asks for Cyberfrog all the time. It's his new Spider-Man. He's like, when's
Really?
Uncle Ethan getting Cyber? Yeah, he has the shirt. Remember the little kid shirt? He's
Yeah.
like, when's Uncle Ethan? When? I said, it's coming, buddy. It's coming. You know, one thing, I'm going to share a secret with you, Ethan, a secret insider thing at Cautionary. Can I share it, Nasser? Can I share it a little bit?
Nasser doesn't know what it is. Yeah.
Nasser and I are doing a secret project together. And Nasser said something that he wants his writings to be for people's grandchildren. You know, that aligns with our mission statement of having stories that will stand the test of time. Nasser, you're doing that, bro. And I know this. I know what we're writing. I know why we're writing it. I know how we're writing it, the detail, the professionalism, the mentorship we have from other pros. Yeah, I think we're doing something real big here. And I do think, I know my grandkids are going to appreciate it. That's the only reason I participate in any of it.
Yeah. Dragon 347, $2. First they ignore you, next they laugh, then they fight you, then you win.
Right.
So behave yourself, Nasser. Behave yourself and know that you are on the right side of this. You are on the right side of this. Now let me show you. Let's see here. Here's Cyberfrog, $37,838. Oh, I haven't refreshed this yet. I haven't refreshed it yet. Let's see. Oh, $40,373 in 2 days, less than 2 days, day and a half,
Right?
Day and a half.
Yeah, you're gonna get to 100,000. I don't see any way around it.
I don't know about that, but look, this right here, this $373 is going straight to charity. Everything that we make between $40,000 and $50,000 is going right to charity. And thank you guys for your support. So if you back now, know that 100% of the money that you back is going to a male cancer charity in Great Britain. Evil Paradigm, thanks for awesome. $10. We don't need to dance on graves. But we can let them die in their own fire. Making good content and being loyal to your fans has paid more than reacting to their tactics and bait. That's correct. That's correct. So thank you guys, by the way, for getting us up to this. This is fantastic. $40,000 in 2 days is well, I mean, you know, who can complain about that? That's
Hey, Ethan, I sent you a message. I don't know. Did you read it right before the stream started? It was about my friends IndieGoGo.
No. Let me see.
Oh, I was wondering if you could take a look at it because it's really cool.
I'm looking at it now. Ethan, I got a question. I like how you say I got a question. You're so Jersey, Nasser. You're getting to be Jersey. I'm rubbing off on you and everybody. You just say I got a question. It's not I have got a question or I have a question. It's I got a question. My friends launched an Indiegogo called Something Real. Something Real. Is it cool that I mention it on Comicsgate Live? I'm not asking to go hard in the paint. That's a diversity in comics phrase. Promoting it, but they just want $3,500. They've raised a little over $500, and I just want them to meet their goal. If not, I completely understand. Well, I'm glad that you completely understand because no, Nasser, you may not mention Something Real on this channel. You may not mention the Indiegogo campaign, Something Real. Is it Indigo? It is. It's Indiegogo. So definitely not. I understand that they want $3,500 and they're a little over $500. I understand that I've looked at the book and it looks like it's great for kids. No mention of them. No mention of Something Real on Indiegogo. Okay.
All right. Gotcha.
Is that clear?
All right. No mention of Something Real.
Thank you. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Let's see. Did you see Star Wars Junk's new video? You are in it, Ethan, says Mark Richardson. I'll bet I am. That guy. Justin Chapman, $2. Thank you for that donation. That is kind. How is everyone doing? Says We Love Comics. Well, I don't think Nasser's doing so well. Nasser's unhappy because he still doesn't understand. He's like, why? Why are these people? Why aren't they living up to, my expectations of them?
My expectations are don't call me part of the KKK.
Why can't they just not call you KKK? Why?
Right. I got no clue. They're just sick in the head is how I see it.
Is that better? That's not better at all. People are like, turn off that light. It's too bright. No, that didn't help. That didn't help you. Nicholas Glenn, $1.99. I'm buying 2 more copies of Cyberfrog today for a total of 3. Thank you very much. That's wonderful. That's great. And all that money is going to charity. If you buy more copies right now, it's going to charity. You realize that? Dare Run says, EVS, are you staying healthy, bud? Look at me. I'm glowing. I'm practically glowing with health.
Yeah, but you ate pie the other day.
Of course, but I also exercise. And let me tell you something. I do push-ups and sit-ups every day. I'm on that treadmill. I'm lifting weights. And that was
there pie in the fridge, Ethan?
No.
Have you seen Graham Nolan's transformation photos from like when he was like 42 to like 6? You know, he basically has been lifting weights and working out for 6 years, and it looks, you know, great fitness. You know, much
Coke
better.
Man says you are fat as fuck to me. Yeah, Graham Nolan. We got to get him on. Do you want to get Graham Nolan on this channel?
Yeah,
dude, I love Graham Nolan.
Me too. I'm sure he would. Monster Island.
Dude, I was freaking out because he accepted my Facebook request.
I was too, a while ago, about a year ago, or like 6 months ago. Yeah, for sure.
Let me see. I mean, did you get my email? Chuck Dixon. Let's ask if Chuck Dixon is around. Chuck, are you around? We gotta get more Chuck Dixon in our lives.
Dude, Chuck is one of my favorite writers of all time. I'm glad he's normal.
I just did a stream with him, Ethan, if you want to go check it out, which was really, really fun.
Cool. Chris W., $5, something real on IndieGoGo. Art reminds me of Kelly Jones. Oh crap, I wasn't supposed to say anything. Yeah, I know. We're not supposed to be talking about something real on IndieGoGo, which has art that reminds people of Kelly Jones. It looks like Kelly Jones. We Love Comics, $5. Hi, Ethan. I did a very positive video about ComicsGate on my channel. I was really hoping I really hope you can watch it. I really respect your opinion. Thank you. We Love Comics. I'll watch it. You know, I'll watch a ComicsGate documentary. Sure. You better believe it. Wham, WHM, MSWT. Thanks for 50. Ethan, White Lantern, Gatekeeping TM, Pie Glutton, Infinite X and Ls, but generally a nice guy. Well, I appreciate that. People want Mike Barron in here. People want Tucci in here. I don't know if Tucci's going to come in here. I don't know if he is. I miss Tucci. He's got his own channel. You can go over there. I think Billy is playing it safe when it comes to ComicsGate. And remember, he has things to, he has other things to consider. I think he would be better off coming over here with us. But I
agree.
That's up to him and his family. If you really,
I'm looking forward to him launching an IndieGoGo.
Mike Barron would, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You want Mike Barron in here?
I do. Very much so.
All right, let me see if I can get Mike Barron. He's always asking to come on. Did you know that?
I did not, and he's also. We're working on something, and we're gonna hang out, just do a one-on-one interview. I've been wanting to do with him forever, so that'll be awesome.
I wonder if I could put Mike Barron to work writing a book for me to draw.
Yes.
Oh,
funny man. He's just talking with him. He's one of the funniest people I know.
It looks like we're trending on IndieGoGo again.
Oh, by the way, Ethan, I hate you because ever since you said that one King Kong idea, it's been stuck in my head.
Oh, Viet Cong. You're like, you want to write Viet Cong? Now,
yes,
it needs to be perfect historical fiction, though. I mean, that's the problem. It needs to actually be,
I was thinking to put a twist on it, but I'd rather tell you that off screen.
Okay. We'll talk about that.
Sweet.
Cyberfrog Blood Honey, $40,373. Let's brag about that on Twitter. I don't see why we wouldn't brag about that on Twitter. Again, I didn't brag about it. I just posted the link. Damn. People get upset when I brag about this stuff. But I mean, look.
And one day, man, sorry. And one day you made more than these people make in a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's just funny to me.
Well, look, it just goes to show. I think the formula that we talk about is a real thing. I mean, it's a real deal.
Definitely.
Let's see here, and it's going to work for everyone, I believe. I could be wrong.
Except for that IndieGoGo we're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, you know what? It might not work for B. Clay Moore if he came over here. I can't promise that it would work for B. Clay Moore. All right, so people want me to do the screen grab. Sean Patrick, thanks for $2. Yeah, he just got Cyberfrog $50. Thank you. Love the show. Thanks, Sean Patrick. We love you too. Appreciate your support very, very much. All right, people don't want to look at my face anymore. That makes
Hey,
sense
how's it
to
going?
me. Oh, hey, Ian. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Dude, we're killing it right now. We are.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Cyberfrog Blood Honey just passed $40,000. We are now $373 into the $10,000 charity donation to, people who have dick cancer, according to SJWs. Yeah, I'm really proud of this audience. I'm very proud of this audience. Felix Haas says, "Hi, Uncle Ethan. I didn't get any notification of your stream again." Well, I would check and see if you are still subscribed. That's what I would do. I mean, I hear people getting kicked off. I don't think it's a conspiracy necessarily, but it could be. It could be. I would just double check. All right, so
could just be buggy.
It could just be buggy.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
Look at this. This is my Twitter today. This has been war. This has been all-out war today. It's been.
I loved your 30-point post. I love that.
Oh, let's go over that.
Yeah,
we got all these weirdos. We got all these weirdos who are basically saying, "Oh, look at Bill Sienkiewicz here." Let me go back to this. Bill Sienkiewicz posted something that annoyed me. I thought I'd give it to him a little bit today. Bill Sienkiewicz says, "Comicsgate's mission statement is suspect as F. It's a Trojan horse," he says. A cover, sham. They're not about rescuing comics, quote unquote. They're about weaponizing them. This is all projection. How are we weaponizing comics? And I would. What do you mean?
I have a nuke in the garage I'm working on.
Hey, Art.
Hey, guys.
Oh, Art
weaponizing them against whom? Is Comicsgate turning people into Nazis?
No, we're throwing our comics at people. I mean, we're literally throwing our comics in people's faces. I would do that. I would throw my comics.
This is such an absurd tweet. Wow. Wow. The mental gymnastics of it.
Yeah, I know. But we, let me hold on. TR French, thanks for $5. Love your teaching videos from last year. Are you going to do some making of Cyberfrog? I'm curious about your scripting and breakdown process. Yeah, I mean to do that. Sammy Reed, thanks for $10. Have you considered recreating Cyberfrog's origin story and submitting it to Alterna's anthology figure or series? It came out on a Wednesday. If it got published, you'd have an incentive to promote Alterna products. Yeah, I don't need to. I don't. There's no reason for me to go. Alterna, I want them to do well, but I'm All Caps Comics. I mean that's the name of my company, All Caps. And I don't really need to be published anywhere else yet. Not yet. So anyway, look at this. They're about weaponizing comics. Their goal, in quotes. Why is goal in quotes, Bill?
I don't know.
Is that like goal? Is that what that is? Or it's not really a goal? Okay, their goal is a front to push their real agenda, to gatekeep and validate their fear and their hatred, their xenophobia, misogyny, and racism.
Once again with the name calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's break that down. Who is Comicsgate misogynistic against? Who is it racist against? I mean, half the creators here are quote-unquote people of color.
I'm a white supremacist.
Oh, hey.
I'm black. Or African American.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys have seen that picture going around that was it had like the Comicsgate side, and it showed a bunch of us creators and how diverse it is, and then it showed like the anti-Comicsgate, and it's a bunch of white dudes.
That was
Some
a funny
guys-
piece of propaganda. That was hilarious.
It's white guys all the way down.
Yeah. Moa, thank
Some
you
dude.
for $10. All the Comicsgate people appear to me as really good people with values. Uncle E, I hope you get the respect that you deserve from your peers for putting them on your channel. I don't. They don't respect me at all. None of these people do. You think the people that are on this channel right now have any respect for me whatsoever?
Well, Ethan, if you would just free me, then we wouldn't be having these problems.
No, we're all good friends. And the great thing about Comicsgate is it really is about making friends. And you know, we're kind of like a little squadron at this point. We all kind of you know, we're all getting along. And how could you not? You know, I mean, we're all bearing up against this right now. You know, Comicsgate's mission statement is suspect as F. It would be, yeah, if this were all true. What is our mission? So what is he talking about? It's a Trojan horse to cover a sham.
At best, this is just a bunch of like-minded guys talking about comics and fulfilling a dream and trying to figure out the best avenue to do that. I mean,
Yeah,
I
well,
don't understand any of that.
I think, you know, one element of this also, the cruelty of this statement here, and this is what I tell Bill all the time in private. Junior Ruiz, thanks for $2. Check out Gusto Early to Rise on IndieGoGo. Okay. Saggy Bones, $2 just back brand. Hashtag move the needle. Thanks, Saggy Bones.
Almost $19,000, by the way. We're almost there.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Dude,
Good.
congrats.
Yeah, man. I was excited.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the cruelty of this statement here. And Bill, I've explained this to Bill, and Bill, he says he gets it, but he doesn't get it because he keeps perpetuating this. I think because he gets 1,350 likes on it, and he likes that. It's fun. This is a dopamine hit. This is a lot of people. Everyone likes me. People with problem glasses. You know,
People with problem glasses. They'll say F white people and get 20,000 likes for it.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. Oh, this guy. Oh, he's the artist of Kim and Kim. Or the editor, whatever, publisher.
He lists himself as cis, right? Which means he's not gay or anything. And yet he has he/him on there. How is he a cis queer he/him? That doesn't make any sense. If you're, my understanding, if you're cis, you're not queer. That's pretty straightforward. I mean, according to their own logic, you cannot be cis.
No, cis is like you are what you are. So like, you know, you are a man and you feel like a man, but that's not your. So this is how they think. So but you could be queer. You could also be gay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So cis is just like, hey, you're a man and you are a man inside as well. You're not transgendered.
I'm a man.
Okay.
This is giving me a headache.
Okay. Well,
I can't figure this out.
well, I think I made it clear. So I
I
said
think it's pretty clear.
Art is
Yeah,
like
you did make
kids
it clear.
these days.
my answer to this is our mission statement is to reject your actual mission statement. We're talking about mission statements, which is to use comics as a Trojan horse for far left-wing ideology rather than as a commercial industry. We're walking away, creating new comics, and taking enough customers with us to be sustainable. And that's hopeful. I mean, I have no control over this. You know, this is just, we're hoping to. We're going to do good comics, and hopefully people will come with us. And then I answer again, those opposed to Comicsgate must lie about Comicsgate. There is no other option except to admit that we are aligned with the customers and who are speaking with their wallets. And the decline in sales of comics is measurable. It's real. Pretending this is about bigotry is stupid. Antoine Dennison, thanks for $2. Antonio Bryce is a Negro Nazi, I have heard. That's a pretty funny term.
That's going to be a clip. That's going to be a clip.
Yeah. I'm going to apply that to me. I didn't say that. Antoine Dennison did. And shame on you, Antoine Dennison, who is also black.
Yes, I admit we've interacted, I think.
Yes. All right. So here's the thing. So what is that?
What the hell?
Oh, no. That's me.
Is that my echo?
Oh, no. Yeah, I think that is. Yeah.
Walk around telling people Geico could help save.
No, that's not me. That's Ben Hennessy. Ben, what are you doing?
Oh, what the hell?
That was a Geico ad.
Yeah.
But Ben is
I'm
muted.
I'm on mute, guys. I'm down at the beach.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not
somebody
him.
else.
It's not him.
No,
Yeah.
that was me. That was my phone. Someone was trying to call me and it started going crazy, and I was like,
Are you
"No, stop it!"
Are you looking for car insurance? Can I recommend Geico?
Geico.
Yeah.
I actually use Geico. They're fantastic, actually.
That was spooky for a minute. You like
Stream is now sponsored by Geico.
Yeah, we don't have sponsors yet. We should get some.
All right, so
Sponsored by ComicsGate.
here's a list of what ComicsGate has suffered in the last year at the hands of the people. Sienkiewicz is coddling and justifying. I'm talking like them.
Yeah.
It's fun. This will be a long thread, and I get to make a thread like I'm an SJW.
Hell yeah.
So fun. So fun. So here's a list. Number 1, calls for violence against ComicsGate supporters. Tried to shut down DNC, Diversity in Comics Patreon. Yes, they did. Wished Zach had died from an IED. That was, what's her name?
Rebel Woman? Was it Rebel Woman?
Yeah, Rebel Woman. You
Yeah.
know, Jesus.
I don't remember her real name.
Wanted to hit cis people with a baseball bat in the teeth.
Yeah.
That was poor Mags. Mags will never live that down.
But Max actually did that? I missed that. Wow. That is terrible.
Oh, I forgot to announce my conversation. Somebody points out. Yeah, I'm supposed to go. We need to have a talk, Twitter. We need to have a talk. Here we go. Lots of cursing is going to follow, except there's no cursing. Number 5, make fake sock accounts to make their enemies look bad every single day. Every day they do that. Tried to frame. This is the crazy one. Tried to frame a ComicsGater for murder. Did you guys know about this?
Oh yeah, I saw the video.
Wait, what?
Do tell.
All right, so this was around December of last year. There was a character named Melissa Morg, and Melissa Morg was basically like what Renfamous is now. Renfamous is very familiar to me because Renfamous is just like Melissa Morg. It's the same personality type. It's a kind of like feminine sort of like, hey, did you know? And if you didn't, meh, and a lot of daily showing. You know what I mean? Trying to destroy ComicsGate. That's who Melissa Morg was, chasing us down. I would talk to Melissa Morg every now and then in private chats. Melissa Morg, was always in the chat comments of my live streams, bothering people, and then would come to me and go, they're mean to me. And I'd be like, well, I don't know what's going on, whatever. Anyway, Melissa Morg got crazier and crazier as time went by. And people were starting to think that Melissa Morg was up to some serious no good. At one point, Melissa Morg sent out a bunch of crazy threatening videos with altered voices. And then Melissa Morg posted in a sock puppet account the body of a dead woman who had slashed her throat. Okay. This was a real crime scene photo. Scene photo of a woman who with her head almost cut off, young Latino woman. And then accused ComicsGater, said this was Melissa Morg. When will this stop?
Wow. That's sick.
Yeah, it was really crazy. And we all said, what the hell? So and then immediately, I guess this person who Melissa Morg realized that this was a bad move. And so they said that was Diversity in Comics creating a sock puppet account to accuse Melissa Morg of accusing people of murder. It was really convoluted and really goddamn strange. But the initial intent was to accuse ComicsGate of murdering this Melissa Morg character. Now, it turns out Melissa Morg was a man. It was just a big, fat 40-year-old dude. We started to realize, like, I think Weaponized Nerd Rage, who I want to do a whole live stream about, because it's a great story. And when the movie of ComicsGate comes out, Melissa Morg is going to be a big part of it. He figured this all out. So he figured out who Melissa Morg was. It was a guy named Martin Samuels, who lived in Tennessee, was pretending to be a woman, would make these videos and write these videos about anti-comicsgate, hired a voice actress to pretend to be Melissa Morg to create this illusion that Melissa Morg was a woman, right? We found the voice actress, and she spilled it all. And then Melissa Morg, Martin Samuels' wife, emailed me, help. my husband's out of control, and I'm afraid he's going to bring down real consequences on our family. We have 3 kids." Wow. And I was like, Jesus. So I just said, look, like, you know, I hear you. Tell him to stop this, because this is really weird, and it's gonna go somewhere bad. And eventually, yeah, the Melissa Morg thing came undone. So that was anti-comicsgate, trying to frame us for murder. Calls POC within Comicsgate Uncle Tom's.
Yep. Yeah, I've had that one. Okay.
Wish Comicsgate would get dick cancer. Well, we all saw that. That's a new thing.
Yeah.
They harass anyone who doesn't denounce Comicsgate as a hate movement, even if they are longtime friends / colleagues. And we've all felt that pain. Dear the Red Shirt, thanks for $5. Hi, Uncle E. I think my SC super chat did not go through the last time. Twitter was fun today. And did you see the art auction thing to support your donation? No, I didn't see that. That's interesting. Let me know. We love comics, $5. Have you noticed this is spread into sports, video games, movies, etc.? This is done to try to control the way people think. I'm glad people are walking away. Well, that's all we can do. And that again, this is culture war. This is 100% culture war. This is what Nasser is upset about. This is what he's worried about. Tried to get people fired. Okay. Obviously, hi. Yeah, that was me. All last year they tried to get me fired. They didn't realize that, you know, it's like trying to fire. I'm just a dude who draws for them. I don't work for them. They're a client of mine. So you can't get me fired. One, committed a failed doxing. That was at Diversity in Comics. They tried to dox him, and they figured out that he used to work at PayPal. So they found out his name. They found out where he used to work. They thought he still worked there, and they tried to get him fired from his job at PayPal, which was interesting. Shamelessly e-beg for sandwiches and rent money. That's our Kieran Shiak, author of the new Polygon anti-comicsgate article, is a bum and refuses to get a job and uses various crowdfunding sources to actually pay his bills and buy food. He's a bum. He just will not get a job. 13, laughed at a woman getting shot, injured by her toddler. That was Tim Doyle, who thought it was funny that an NRA... Yeah, I mean, disturbing. Thought it was really funny. Tim Doyle. 14, send letters.
He's a disturbing person. You know, like he got court records of DNC. Who does this? Who does this?
Piece of human garbage. Piece of human garbage. Send letters to cons, so they drop anyone they dislike from attending. Yep. Yeah. Well, they attempt to do that. I think once that starts happening, it's the best move is to just back away and refuse to go, because you can stand up to that and be defiant and then be assaulted at the con. And I'd rather be safe than sorry. 15, collude to trigger a veteran's non-existent PTSD to justify punching him under the excuse of self-defense. That was B. Claymore trying to attack Diversity in Comics at New York City Comic-Con this past October. Collude and harass a small publisher into dropping the publication of a comic made by a person they dislike. That was Mark Wade and Antarctic Press, and it worked. They dropped Zach, and that's a shame. Yeah. 17, labeled EVS, that's me, a white supremacist, and made him exit the industry with their toxic behavior. I had no choice. You know, how much are you going to take when they're doing this to you, and you're working for a company, you have no mobility. You are unable to answer back, you can't fight back when you are, representing DC Comics. So that is a nasty, filthy trick. 18, set up fake IndieGoGos to hinder their success.
I've seen a few of those. Yeah.
Fake Kickstarter. Didn't they do that with you, Ethan?
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter. They imitated Cyberfrog in order to siphon away some of the support. People looking for my campaign would find it on Kickstarter and donate to a phony version of it, which
I actually got one of those sent to me.
Did you really?
Wow.
Yeah. That's actually when I really started turning and listening to you and coming towards Comicsgate, because that was a really strange thing. Because I was actually going to give money to it, but when I looked into it, I was like, nah, this doesn't seem legit.
Yeah.
And then I heard you talking about it.
Yeah, I know. It was disgusting. It was absolutely
It's
disgusting
elaborate.
and weird.
That's crazy. That's a lot of
Yeah.
calories burnt to do something like that. To destroy or try to hurt somebody's character. That's a lot of calories burnt.
It is an organized, targeted harassment movement. When they say that about us, we're like, what do you mean? It's what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
exactly
It's all
what they're-
projection.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I wish I could say that louder and make a thunderclap behind, you know, because you can't make, like, when you say that, it sounds like, wow, yeah, well, they are. Well, no, it's real. That everything that they say is projection. They have an organized, you know, campaign to harass us. They meet in private rooms. They meet in private discords. They work out their story. That's why there have been 8 articles about Comicsgate this week.
It's all collusion.
They waited for the right moment. They thought this was the right moment, and they all launched together. They attacked people in various different ways. They launched poor Marsha Cook at us. They did all that. That was all a plan. It was all, hey, they harass a widow. And I knew when that was happening, I was like, I got to watch every single word I say, because this
You know
is
what
a big
the
deal.
most attacks I got, Ethan, was during the Jacksonville shooting on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
They knew I was living in Jacksonville, and from lots and lots of different people, different accounts, sock accounts. That's when they struck the hardest. Pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
So they tried to have crowdfunding sites ban Comicsgate-backed projects. That's true. Kickstarter. Kickstarter is not going to be a safe place for us because they will utilize Kickstarter. They have people within Kickstarter to kick our projects. So don't even try going to Kickstarter. It's a garbage tier, SJW infected crowdfunding site at this point, and you will not.
It actually is. It actually is. I mean, there are blogs written by Kickstarter employees talking about social justice. There are.
Yeah. Well, no, I know that for a fact because I know people who went over there. They were told they're part of a harassment campaign, and they're so this actually did happen. They were refused. Gordon Runkle, thanks for $5. Everyone should read SJW's Always Lie and SJW's Always Double Down to help understand what's going on. That would be nice. I mean, that's actually a good. I have the audio book and I listen to it.
It's a good primer. Yeah, it's a good primer for SJW tactics.
Yep. Have numerous hit pieces targeting Comicsgate and individuals within it. Now it's like I'm just numb to it. The new Polygon came out and I was like, whatever the fuck. Bleeding Cool had 2 hit pieces on me. Bleeding Cool has written now 8 articles about me.
Doing their bread and butter.
Yeah, 8 articles about me in a year. And Rich Johnson's like, what do you think you're special? I must be, Rich Johnson. who else is getting 8 articles written about them? I must be transcendent. I must be so special.
You're Drake.
Yeah, Mule 1066, $5. So will they soon be asking, are you now or have you ever been a member of Comicsgate? Well, they would. They would if they could. All right, so let's keep going. They've sent pictures of an anus, their own anus, to a person they dislike. That's me. Yeah. That's weird. It's
deviant.
Yeah, it is. It is weird.
But who's the joke on, really? If you're gonna send your butt.
I don't understand that.
It's on them.
Yeah. Like, how do they think the optics look to outsiders, to normal people?
I think dude was drunk. I think he's got an alcohol problem. That's I think he must have been drunk. There's no way.
Your DMs are open. He could have just sent that right to you.
Yeah.
He did publicly.
Drunk, drinking soy beer.
Fermented soy.
The #1 brand.
All right, so we keep going. We got a long way to go. These are all the things that SJWs have done to Comicsgate while accusing us of being a harassment campaign. So let me reiterate that. And it's a long list. 22 called for incivility and tried to link domestic violence to CG. That is, they accused Zach without evidence, and there isn't any evidence, of beating his wife. That's crazy. While they did that, they said, hey, civility doesn't work. Punch a Nazi. They tried to tie the most recent shooting to Comicsgate.
Yep, that they did. It's disgusting.
They're openly racist to white people.
They are.
they support Antifa. Now, funny, it's like people responded to this one right here by saying Antifa is good. Antifa is good, actually.
It's a terrorist group.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for proving me right.
Yeah.
All right, Antifa's good. Yeah, they're not good. I know the idea of being anti-fascist is good, but I mean, I could call us the Sunshine and Rainbow group and go out and smash windows and terrorize, local businesses, and say, yeah, but I'm Sunshine and Rainbows. That's what they do. Antifa is a terrorist group that smashes public property and sets fire to things.
It's even been designated as an terrorist organization by the Department of Homeland Security.
And yet they won't take action on it.
No.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, they haven't done anything. All they've done so far is just be a pain in the ass and commit some acts of, vandalism.
Burning garbage cans. Yeah, they have a distinct hatred against garbage cans, apparently.
They do. They set them right on fire and then they stand around them taking pictures. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's hilarious. They created an entire fake persona to fight against ComicsGate. At least one. I mean, Melissa Morg. Yep. But they do tons of them. I mean, there are like lots of these weirdos that
look at the Nazis. Look at the super edgy Nazis that show up in your chat rooms and get banned immediately. Yeah, those guys I'm pretty sure they're fake. Yeah, they don't type like an alt-righter would. They're just saying the stuff that they think Nazis would say.
Mm-hmm.
F black people. That's how they type. I mean, that's their idea of what a Nazi is. And so then they can take a screenshot and be like, look at Evie's Ethan Van Sciver's chat. It's full of Nazis, right? That's the whole idea.
No, that's a big point because I feel like a lot of them are the ones that have came at me and said I was Uncle Tom and Coonan. But hey, we're on the right side, and you've aligned yourself with a known racist. And all this, and I was like, oh,
unknown. They always say the word known.
Known racist. And I said, known to whom?
Yeah, exactly. Known racist. He's a known harasser. Alex G, thanks for $5. They took the flag out of the moon landing movie. Filmmakers felt it was a human achievement, not an American one. SJW trash at its finest. Yeah, we talked about that this morning. It's despicable.
Yeah, they did that. I'm disappointed in Ryan Gosling. I'm disappointed in him. He got way too political.
Absolutely ahistorical. I mean, it was an American achievement. Obviously, it was part of the Cold War. It wasn't a human achievement at all.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually did do it. They're changing facts and truth.
They are, yeah. It's one thing for them to do a symbolic book burning like they did in The Last Jedi. They burned those books, the Jedi books, and that was, to me, when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, this is clearly a message. And now they're actually removing history from a biopic. The whole space race was about America being better than Russia, the USSR. It's about the free world versus communism. That's what the Cold War was about. In my mind, in my heart, I know that to be true. And
well, that is true.
Reality.
Yeah, it was a matter of what way of living is better, the East or the West, and we proved that we are better, we're superior by putting a man on the moon, and it cost a lot of money. That we paid for that. Our grandparents' generation paid dearly for that with their tax dollars, and now that achievement has been taken away from them, from us as a country, and it is shameful. You fucking Canadians didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. Dira the Red Shirt, thanks for CHF, $5. I guess it's $5. I DM'd you the link to the tweet about the auction. I saw Ben offered to spend his Joker for it. Please have a look at it, Ethan, if you get a chance. Okay, I will. I absolutely will. That sounds like a good thing. I would probably donate. I got a bunch of stuff to donate for art. People Circus, £2. Bill Clinton trending on Twitter for perving. LOL. Really?
Yep. He perved on Ariana Grande, looking her up and down like a little creep. You can watch it.
Where is this?
Just type in Bill Clinton, and I think it should be one of the top tweets.
Interestingly, it's not right here on the front page.
I love Clinton, baby.
Even though it's trending, it's not on the front page because, hey, Twitter's got to hide that, So, just type it in, Bill Clinton, and you'll find it.
Go, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, let me get back to this, though.
Yep.
I got to finish this whole thing here. All right. Support Antifa. Call criticism harassment. So in other words, it is true that we have a lot of people in our group who do videos that criticize comic books. They call this harassment, which I think is weird. Initially, they used to say, "Hey, criticize my comics all you want, but just hey." No, now it's harassment. No more criticism. Created an entire fake persona. All right, led a harassment campaign against EVS. That's me for making a joke. It wasn't a joke. It was just a reference. Meanwhile, they defend James Gunn for doing the exact same thing. Well, yeah, times 20,000.
A joke. When they do it, it's fine. When we make a joke, it's beyond the pale.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm all for it. I decided that it was cool. I was like, all right, so if you made a joke 10 years ago, you should be unemployable. That's fine. I'll go along with that. And in the meantime, James Gunn, he's out of here. He gets to follow the same rules. Yeah. Treat customers like garbage. Nasser will attest to that. Nasser's really been hurt by all this. He's really
totally.
Yeah. King Harkinian, thanks for $5. Congrats on the new PC, Ethan. Here's some money for Steam games. See, you'll know that I don't even know what that is because I almost said stream games and Steam games.
Steam is a platform in which you buy most PC games. It's a great place to buy games.
I don't play any games, so maybe I will. Maybe I'll play some games.
You should. Yeah, play some games. There's so many different types. You don't have to play like Call of Duty. You can play just simulation games. There's adventure games. Anything. Find your speed.
Well, okay, so what would I do? Like, I would play the game and then I would screen share it like this, and people would watch me the same way I'm doing this, or how would that work?
You need to download a piece of software called Open Broadcast Software. It's OBS, right? It's OBS for short. And basically, you stream that. You put in all the login credentials the same way that you do this. Like, it's not as easy as this. I can walk you through it.
It's hard. I need your help. Walk me through it.
Sure.
Where are we here? Okay, led a harassment campaign against a publisher who retweets or thanks for purchases from customer associated with ComicsGate. So that would be Alterna Comics right now. Alterna is being harassed because they're just hey, ComicsGaters thank them or ComicsGate retweets them. He thanks, blah blah blah. All right, so he deserves to be harassed for even acknowledging his customers. Stalked DNC's son on Facebook. That is true. They were trying to find his son, and that was a bad scene. 32 is pretty broad, killing the comic industry. That is true. Pushing away existing readership for an imaginary new and more progressive readership.
Tumblr doesn't buy books.
No, they don't buy books. They don't buy books. There is this new readership doesn't exist. I know you don't like white males. I'm sure we are most of the comic buying public. However, it's just males in general. Okay, it's just men. Men buy comics.
It's just men. It's not even white men. It's just men in general. Same with video games. Well, 95%.
Yeah, it's got to be. Somebody today, the guy that I was talking to goes, I would say you're right. I was talking to an SJW who's going to do an interview with me. He's like, I think maybe 80%. I think maybe 20% are women. I'd say, well, I'll just go along with that because you've just admitted that the 40%, stat that came up is a lie. It's bullshit. 40% of the comic reading fandom is not female. Zebulon Pike, $5. I'm done with DC and Marvel. Only buying IndieGoGo projects from now on. Hurts local comic shop. Shame. Love you. Love you all. We love you too, Zebulon Pike. Thanks for your support. Yeah. So this doesn't exist. There is no new readership. There just isn't. Just look. Your audience is men between the ages of 30 and 65. That is an audience that will keep the comic book industry afloat for another 30 years.
Yep. And with video games, it's 20 to 45, and it's all men. Again, I mean, guess who's playing Fortnite? Guess who's playing Call of Duty? Actually, Call of Duty is a better example. That's like 99% men.
Yeah.
You're not going to find a lot of women playing it. Yes, there's a handful of them, and they're precious. We treat them like unicorns. Right. So we're not mean to them. When people say, male gamers are harassers and we're awful to female gamers, it's not true. We love female gamers. We love women.
Somebody in the chat says new readership are all reading manga. To be honest, that's true. This younger generation, they're all weebos. What is it called?
Weebos.
Weebos.
Yeah, weebs. Yep.
They're all
weebos.
Call them
just weebs. Yeah, just weebs.
Weebs. They all read manga. They all like anime. That's, we can't get them. We're trying to get them into superheroes, but it's not that easy. It's going to take some work to get them to try out American superheroes because they really like this. They're into Pokemon, that's the extent of my knowledge.
American frogs, cyber frogs.
Let's get you into.
Turning the frogs gay.
The frogs are getting gayer and gayer. I swear to God, we got to put a stop to it. Number 34.
Maybe that might actually draw them in because weeb stuff. Pretty damn gay.
So told people reviewing his books to feast upon his ass. That was Max Bemis.
Oh God.
That was a great one. I mean, he just said, hey, if you're, like feast upon my ass. And that became the big phrase. And all of the YouTubers, dignified people like Doug Ernst, were forced to read it. He'd say, he's a Christian. He'd be like, feast upon my ass. Feast upon my ass. He had to say it over and over. I watched that video and laughed so hard. I was like, Doug.
God. That line, I can hear it coming out of the mouth of a 20-year-old, potty mouth 20-year-old. But like a professional, a comic, why is he speaking like this? What is wrong with him?
He's a rock star. All these people, I don't know.
He wants to feed the world. He's a giver. He's got plenty of ass to go around.
He's a giver, huh?
With my ass. Threaten violence with a gun. That was a diversity in comics thing.
What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah.
What? That's terrible. It's dark.
Dude, it doesn't... As I'm going through this, I'm having memories of all this stuff going down. I copied this from I copied this whole thing from a Kiwi Farms thread, and I was like, damn, dude. So credit to the guy who wrote this on Kiwi Farms. I appreciate this. This is a great list. Censored any discussion on boards, Reddits about Comicsgate or its supporters. That's a really strange thing, and it is
just like Gamergate. It's just like Gamergate. Comicsgate is basically Gamergate 2.0. Hello.
And that's fascism, breaking stuff, and people. I've had comic book stores down here in Florida. All these kind of people ran in, broke stuff, and ran out. That's classic fascism. Please, people that believe in anti-fascism, find out what it really is. Just find out. Just read.
Billy Ritchie, thanks for $1.99. Was it the pros or SJWs who went after Zach's son? Let's see. There's a kind of group of people in between pros and SJWs. They are all SJWs. But yeah, they were stalking his son. Who was it? Oh my God, it's coming back to me now. They were talking about, they found out his video game profile. This is what it was. They found out his video game profile and started interacting with him on, I guess you can talk through headphones at people playing video games. And they started saying creepy things to him. And then when he'd say things back, they would post it at Zach, like, we're talking to your kid. We're talking to your son. And they found out his name.
That is so creepy.
Dude,
that's the weirdest thing I ever heard. That would be horrible.
Yeah. Was it Michelle Perez? It was Michelle Perez. Thank you. It was a pro. That's correct.
Yeah. It was Michelle Perez did that to Zach's kid?
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Sent him hints like, yeah. Oh,
I can see where Harebrained Schemes, which one of the designers of Harebrained Schemes, they make the BattleTech games, and the board games and so on. The lead designer of those games is actually a good friend of Michelle Perez. I actually put her in the video game as one of the characters. But then this happened. I can see why he removed her name completely from the game. Because this happened.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense.
Correct. Yeah, they took Michelle Perez out. Michelle Perez is transgendered, and one of the most hateful people I've ever seen. Zach, I've never seen Zach so angry.
She used to go after me, as a matter of fact, Michelle Perez, like last year. Yeah, she was just tweeting about me endlessly. I just muted her.
By the way, Zach is now off of Twitter officially. He said goodbye. Yeah. He took his whole thing down, and I have mixed feelings about it. Yeah. I'm gonna stay on Twitter as long as I can. The only way I'll get off of Twitter is if I'm booted off of Twitter. There are people who are going through my entire timeline and reporting things from 2012. And
you get emails, right?
Yeah, I got a message saying, "Hey, your account's locked until you delete this one thing you said in 2012." I'm like, "Fuck it, of course I will."
Wow.
Delete it and back on. But I know that they're combing through my timeline looking for racist things, and I've said it from the start, guys. Go to town. I'm not racist. You can go through everything, all my social media. You're gonna come up with zero. I feel quite confident in that. Minty $2. Shout out Damien at Kiwi Farms. Yeah, if Damien's the guy, Damien, thanks for this. That was a great list. It wasn't quite complete, but I do appreciate this. I just found this on Kiwi Farms when I searched for Comicsgate today. Yeah, like go through it all. I mean, you're gonna find a lot of political stuff, a lot of me being Republican, a lot of like pro Mitt Romney stuff, certainly a lot of Obama or anti-Obama and Hillary stuff. None of it's racist, none of it's sexist,
And none of it's wrong.
and none of it's wrong. Of course, I stand by everything I ever tweeted. Well, I mean, I might have said some rude things that you'd say, "Do you stand by this?" And I'd be like, "Nah, it's rude."
No, I was talking about your political leanings.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course they're not, and of course they're not wrong. But I mean, that's what they're doing right now. So I'm gonna stick around on Twitter unless for some reason I get booted. It's my job. I kind of feel I understand why Zach's going. He's put up with a lot. When you look at this list and realize that like 80% of it was directed at him, he's put up with an awful lot. And he's just like, what am I getting out of it? I'm not getting any money out of it. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm going to keep doing it because I think in a way I kind of am getting money out of it. I think by standing up and saying, hey, and then using Twitter to advertise my comics, I think I am kind of making money being here.
I think you are. You're monetizing their harassment against you.
Yeah. Well, people need to see me. People need to see me. And, I do these live streams where I just come on. I'm like, hey, everybody. Hi, I'm here. Because this is, if we weren't under SJW assault right now, I wouldn't be talking right now. I'd be, busy doing something else. But you need to kind of just tell everyone that it's okay. And what is going on is wrong. And they have every right to be angry about this because, it's a look on my face. I'm so sad. I've got like a concerned look on my face. It is wrong, and you have every right to kind of be angry about it and all this stuff. Now, Michael Barron just showed up. Hey, you wanna go live? Let's see if everybody wants to meet Mike Barron.
Sure.
The Badger guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I loved Badger in the day.
This stream's on YouTube trending. No kidding. We got 1,502 people watching right now. That is that's substantial. I don't know when he responded to me. Oh, he responded to me an hour ago. I don't know if he's still around.
I hope he is.
Yeah, I can't get these guys. I'll get Mike Barron in here. Mike Barron is someone who, by the way, has been sending me messages for about a year asking to join Comicsgate. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know why you're asking me to join Comicsgate. Join Comicsgate. Be Comicsgate.
You're not a gatekeeper.
I'm not a gatekeeper, and people keep assuming I am. Like I can help you. Just do your thing, man. Come out.
I understand his nervousness, though. Sometimes you feel like it's easier if somebody welcomes you or holds your hand in, but that's not what this is. So.
Well, yeah. Me and Mike are working on a lot of stuff together. Mike is awesome. He's funny, and he's definitely on our side of things. He's a more normal, center of the road guy. One of the funniest guys you'll ever meet, and he'll be on a lot of streams soon, I'm sure.
Why is EVS always a Force Ghost? It's because the blue light from my screen. Weaponized Nerd Rage gave me a big lecture about how to fix that, how to warm up the light on my screen. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to do.
I wish I was over there. Just give you tech advice.
Oh my god, it'd be awesome. Yeah. I need an IT guy.
Yeah.
The blue and the yellow is working though. It's kind of like it's a color scheme in a movie or something. It looks art directed.
Skilly Wooden goes, EVS, that lighting doesn't do your nose any favors.
Oh boy.
What can I do about it? Oh, here he is. Okay, so Mike Barron is there. All right, let me send him the link. Let me get this here. I'm not screen sharing, right? I'm not. You see me?
No, you're not screen sharing. I just see you.
Okay. You can't see this now, can you?
No.
Okay, copy. Close. All right. You guys feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to send Mike.
Your room does look art directed, though.
It does?
Yeah, it's very nice, very well decorated. Yeah, it's like a set. It looks like a set.
So Art, I noticed you moved up the launch date for Black and White.
Yeah, I'm fearful of Ethan's Rainbow Brutes, to be quite honest.
Right, you got to get a head start on him.
Yeah, October is going to be the second wave, and it's
Launch
I'm a
ahead of
little
him.
fearful. So I was thinking if I can get it at least going before then. So we're looking at September 10th right now. So I'm really nervous about this whole thing. I actually just left DC Comics. I quit, so I could devote more time to you guys and the work. So I feel like I haven't really been persecuted like you guys, so I had to do something for solidarity. So now I'm full time.
Haven't been persecuted like you guys. There he
Well,
is.
not yet. Hopefully not, but
Mike Barron, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
I don't think I've ever heard your voice before. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna turn. Everyone else is. I'm gonna become a faceless
avatar.
Yeah. Hi, Mike Barron. Welcome to Comicsgate Live. Everyone wants to meet you. There are 1,492 people, 94 people watching you. Actually,
No pressure.
Yeah, Mike Barron. Do you know what Comicsgate is? You have plenty of time to think about it.
Are you on? Hey, is your mic working, buddy?
He spoke for a while.
Yeah, he did.
Mike?
He said,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Hey, Baron, your mic's not working, bro.
He was speaking.
He was. I know.
Bloody Red Baron calling. Bloody Red Baron.
All right. So,
Boomers.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
yes.
Okay. Here it is. Comicsgate is the controversy of comics fans who don't like identity politics being shoved down their throats, and the comics creators who think being told, "I don't like your work," is harassment, and that we're all Nazis.
that's right. Are you outside right now?
No, I'm inside.
What in the world is? Are you in the dryer? I mean, what?
My
It's a
Sounds
fan,
like
right?
wind. Yeah, fan.
Okay.
I'm turning it off. Is that any better?
Yes.
Oh,
Now
that's
it's
better.
way better.
All
No,
right.
Now, Mike, if you are going to be a part of Comicsgate, do you want to be a part of Comicsgate? Are you already a part of Comicsgate?
Well, not on purpose. Inadvertently, I am, because I'm a conservative, but I certainly don't subscribe to any Comicsgate philosophy, and I reject the term. I mean, who created Comicsgate? It certainly wasn't us. And don't we all have the right to be called what we want to be called, like Z or Zim? And I don't want to be called Comicsgate.
Why? What difference does it make?
Because it's not our term, it's pejorative. But it's not a hill I'm going to die on. It's
But
not a
we
hill.
flipped it, buddy. We flipped
I
it.
didn't join Comicsgate. I was drafted.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. I mean, Comicsgate is, as I was telling somebody, I was like, I think I was telling Bill Sienkiewicz this. I was like, look, these people are Comicsgate because the mainstream is no longer offering them work because of their politics. It's not like they have a choice about this. They have a choice. They can either be Comicsgate, or they can find another job. I mean, these guys are comic book professionals who have been working their entire lives to perfect their skills and their crafts. And now because they might have voted for Trump, or they're just conservative in general, or slightly right of Mao, they are finding it difficult to get work. They're being shut out from an industry that is both dying and also inhospitable to anyone who does not share their point of view.
I think that's certainly the case with a number of creators. I just want to say it's not the case with me until quite recently. I simply couldn't get work because I had no friends at the companies. And as you know, it's a very type situation.
D. Scott Chaos Risen, $1.99. Hey, is Mike actually Christopher Lloyd? A bit, yeah. I think he'd be flattered by that comparison. 88 miles per hour. Yeah, but okay. So here's my thing. Everyone says, yeah, Comicsgate is a stupid name. Of course it is, and it wasn't self-applied.
No. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah, what would I have called us? I don't know.
Normal people.
Yeah,
Conservatives.
I do call us normal people. They hate that, by the way.
Yeah. That's right. Normal people. Normality.
They actually get upset when when you say normal people. I mean, what do you mean by normal people? Well, people don't put pictures of their own buttholes out of people. That's
right.
normal.
Right. People that don't live, eat, and drink politics 24/7.
Yep.
That's true.
Well, wasn't
most people.
the name's Comicsgate was kind of adopted because it was kind of ironic, and it's like takes the power away from it if you accept the name that they've that they've put on you. So I always thought it was kind of that is reason why Comicsgate stuck, and the reason why people that are involved never took offense to it.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. Here's what I think, Mike. First of all, you know the word SJW, the term SJW, social justice warrior.
Yeah.
2014, that started to show up online. People started to say, I'm a social justice warrior. And they liked it. They liked the term social justice warrior.
Yep.
They called themselves social justice warrior. The problem is they're assholes. And people realize that they're assholes. And so they'd go, you're a fucking SJW. You're a social justice warrior. Now, suddenly, they don't want to be called SJWs. SJW is a pejorative simply because it is the word that they apply to themselves that describes themselves. So the word has changed its meaning now. It's changed its context simply because of their own behavior. Now, you can call us whatever you want. You can call us whatever you want. And if we are only judged by our own behavior and our own ambition and our own success, that word becomes a good thing. So you can call us Comicsgate if you want. Now, the other thing is, if we were to actually say, hey, we're Huggy Bear and the Sunshine Bunch, they would say, no, you're not. You're fucking Comicsgate. You're just Comicsgaters. And that would always follow us around. That would
It doesn't
mean
matter what
something.
you call yourself, right? Because they will say you're Comicsgater. So you might as well be like, yeah, I'm a Comicsgater, so what?
Right. That's correct. And that's how to do this. So, all right, if we're Comicsgate, we're Comicsgate, if that's the word. Now let us show you what Comicsgate means, because we will behave a certain way. And that is the truth. And it's working. I don't mind being called Comicsgate. That's okay. And what does it mean? In a way, I think it could mean the gateway to comics. Yeah. There are no keepers, but this is a good entryway for people to get back into or begin their career in comics. That's us. So we could look at it that way. It was meant to mean Watergate, but it doesn't. It means it's an entry point to either work in or discover and embrace a lifelong love of reading comics and enjoying comic books.
I like that. It's a mission statement right there.
Yeah. So I'm cool with it. Again, this is all dependent on our own behavior. I mean, these people can't apply anything to us that isn't true. It's not going to stick. So they can say you're racist, bigoted, homophobic, and you're trying to gatekeep black people, transgender people, women out of comics. And manifestly, that's just not true. I mean, that's not who we are. And, as talented people realize that they are Comicsgate and come along with us, they're going to see that there is no gate. There's no gatekeeper. There's nobody keeping them out. We want them to come over here, and we want them to treat the customers with respect, and we want them to create great projects that are sexy, scary, fun, cool, power fantasies, and reap the rewards of that. And so far, we've got a 100% success rate. They see that too. So call us whatever you want. We're kicking your ass, and we don't need your permission. That's what Comicsgate is all about. And we see you're scared. We know you're scared. It's fine. There's nothing you can do to any of us. What are you going to do? What are these people going to do? Write more articles to garbage tier, like Polygon? You're going to lie to Polygon? We don't care. These people, of course, the people who read that already hate us. They've already got lies in their heads. What are you going to make them? There's a phrase that I always put, on Twitter: hate harder. Hate us even harder.
They are preaching to the choir, right?
That's correct.
No one who, no one who knows otherwise is going to read Polygon. There's many reasons not to like Polygon. Gamers don't read it. They make fun of it. Their gameplay footage of Doom, which is one of the biggest games of 2016, was it was subject to mockery all across the board. Every YouTuber made fun of it. It was that bad, and that that lost them a lot of cred. And now, who are they pandering to? Tumblr? Like, no one respects them.
Yeah. All of your social justice power, all of your goofy social justice, whatever, you have no power over us. You have no power here. Be gone.
You have no power over me.
It's like the Wicked Witch. You have no power here. Be gone. Be gone, thought. Get out of here. We just don't need these people. We can do our own thing here. We have a devoted audience, and thank God that we do. We will always treat them right, and in return for that, I think Comicsgate will prosper. I think we're gonna do okay, and we're gonna figure out new means of distribution from here. Now, Mike Barron,
Yeah,
we would love it if you were aboard. We would love it if you actually did Comicsgate projects with us.
well, I'm about to drop a doozy. We're adapting my novel Sons of Bitches into graphic novel form. It's about a woman who puts out a Muhammad comic. Dave Dorman is working on the painting right now. Brett Smith is helping me.
Maybe this was a mistake.
Hey, Mike, I'm sorry, but I'm the only writer allowed in Comicsgate. I know Antonio's in here, but I got to take care of both of you guys.
What's your name?
Nasser. If you can't pronounce it, you can just call me whatever. I'm not picky.
Robot boy.
Art.
Yeah.
Just remember, Nasely
Having a squeaky chair.
Hey, Mike, you can go ahead and talk about any project you want, brother.
Thank you.
Not really. I mean, no, okay, you can. We try not to be overtly political. We try not to be Mike. Our mission statement is to do comics that do not antagonize other people.
I understand that, and my purpose isn't to incite rage or to get people going. My overwhelming purpose is to entertain, and this just struck me as a very interesting theme for a book. A woman puts out a Muhammad comic, and what happens to her? And of course, it was inspired by that woman in Portland named Molly something who was urged to go underground. But this is the fourth book in a series I've been doing, and none of the other books are political. And this isn't political either. It's just an examination of a phenomenon that's happening in the United States that deserves to be examined.
All right. Hey, okay. I don't know if that. I mean, it sounds like no matter what you say, it is going to be political. It's
a very hot topic. I've covered that topic.
Well, it's heterodox. I prefer heterodox to political. It goes against the narrative and the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot about that story. She was a liberal comic author, right, or creator. Like, she used to draw doodles, right? She drew a bunch of doodles, and it wasn't anywhere as offensive as as you might see some people's drawings of religious icons. It was actually drawn as objects, just like household objects, and I think she got a death threat for it, and she had to go into FBI custody and have her whole life turned upside down. Her whole family had to go into.
Her name was Molly Norris of Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But yeah, it's a very. I mean, Ethan's right. It is a very.
It's not us.
topic.
It's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
It is what Vox Day is doing. You could talk to Vox Day. But if you wanted to come with us, I mean, we'd be more interested in something like Badger.
I like Badger.
It's like Ethan sweating.
I love Badger.
Well,
I'm being used by this plucky.
I'm working with Ben Henderson too. I see Ben's been on this page here with you guys.
He's here right now.
Ben, are you there?
Hey, brother. Yeah, I said, hey, man, you talk about anything you want. You are just like me.
Groovy
Well, I'm
Snake
working
says,
on a
haha,
project.
don't be a cuck, Ethan. Don't be a cuck.
Oh, God.
I'm getting called a cuck. All right. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Well, I just wrote the script for one of Ben's creations, The Off-Worlder, the first script, which is a star-spanning saga of a man who sacrifices himself to become immortal in order to save the human race.
And you're doing that with Ben, right?
Yep.
Boom! The off-worlder, the protector of Sarah.
All right, very good, very good. Well, we'll look at. I don't know. I was hoping Ben would come over here and write some stuff for me, like Viet Cong. How do you like that, Nasser?
Oh, come on, man. The idea that's been in my head since you mentioned it.
Or American manga. I want a writer and a creative team for American manga. American manga is going to be so badass.
What's it about? Tell me.
You want to know?
I want to know.
Mangoes.
It's not about mangoes. All right, so it's about it's of course we have the kind of meme that is Voltron. It's totally anime. It's all about 5 guys or 6 people who all drive vehicles or whatever it is that become a big robot.
Yep.
I want to. That's totally Japanese. I want to do it here in America, and I want to do it down south. I want good old boys who are great at making those fighting robots. The like battle bots thing.
Yeah.
And they soup up their junky vehicles.
Oh, I love that idea.
I want like total like American, like the heart of American guys, like guys in the garage. Girls too. There'll be a couple of girls on the team, and they're really, really good at turning wrenches. And they take like one of them drives a busted out but like souped up school bus, with monster tires on it. They just love taking junky vehicles and turning them into weapons. Awesome, kick-ass, battle droids is the word that I'm looking at. So, in their off time, they're looking for talent. They're looking for people who are good with the battle droids thing. These guys all drive souped up vehicles, and they can become a robot.
Like Dukes of Hazzard Voltron.
Exactly. Dukes of Hazzard meets Voltron. That's American manga.
I'm in love with that. That is so nice.
I dig
I
it.
can't wait to see you draw the Daisy Duke character.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because wasn't she was the wrench turner in that story, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
She repaired all the cars and everything.
Somebody says this isn't American manga, it's American mecha. Mechs of Hazard. Anyway,
Mechs of Hazard.
Mechs of Hazard is awesome.
Like
but yeah, it is. It's I want these to be good old boys. I want it to be totally American. I want it to be totally like rock and roll. Maybe it takes place in Tennessee. So I would like somebody to write it. I'd like somebody to draw it. I'd crowdfund it with you guys. We would design the book. We'd make it work. And we'd have them fighting like crazy. I would love to see the big robot fight. That dinosaur, that Tyrannosaurus that eats cars at big rig shows?
Yeah.
Just like
like one of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be just so cool. It's got to just feel like you got to be able to breathe the diesel fuel.
The diesel fumes off the page itself.
Yes. So that is my story. Oh, Mike Barron just sent me a message. Mike, you could have just said that.
No!
Don't read it.
I don't want the others to know.
Doggone it.
Mike likes the idea. Let's put it that way. Okay, so that's the thing. So Mike, our thing is to do comics that are going to be super commercial, that are going to make a lot of money, and that are going to be rock and roll. Basically the stuff from the 1990s. Now, right now, comics are over-politicized as it is. They're over-politicized with left-wing dogma and bullshit. People hate it. It feels toxic. It's choking out the industry. We don't want to choke out the industry. We actually want SJWs to give in and buy our books.
Sure.
We don't want to reply to it with more, with like right-wing talking points.
I understand. But it's just that adopting my own novel is a dream of mine. And it will result in a gripping story, and that's why I'm doing it. And I'm not trying to sway public opinions, but I absolutely agree with you that the writer's first obligation is to entertain, and that's always foremost in my mind.
So I would work with I'd work with you. I'd work with other people. And somebody says Tim Lim is artist, but I mean we have so many artists here. It's like somebody who'd be good at drawing mechs. But I mean, mech, like we're going to do mech in a new way. We're going to take the like garbage vehicles. We're going to like the stuff that these guys, what they really like to do
These
is
look
just
salvaged, right? They look salvaged.
Yeah. They're just garbage, and they soup them up and they make them look kick ass. Like I love the idea of a school bus.
I dig that. Like American muscle cars. Imagine American muscle car mech.
Mm-hmm.
That, yeah. And not like a Japanese one, which is probably sleek or weird.
I picture, like, I'm thinking of it as a movie, and I kind of picture what's going on, Mike? Mike, you're in a chat. You can say these things to people.
I can't say that. Take a look at it.
Okay, hold on a second.
I love you too, Mike.
Mike doesn't like me already. I could tell.
Oh,
why?
Mike's passing notes.
It's fucking Cyberfrog.
Oh, I didn't even. I haven't looked at it yet. Hang on.
You know what? I'll post on your.
Oh yeah. This guy, you like this artist? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he's working for someone else.
No, I just say that's Cyberfrog, isn't it?
Hell yeah, it is. Of course it is.
this is funny. Like the chat is saying, Ian, you should write a thing with Ethan. Okay.
Yeah, why not? So
yeah, I'm down.
All we want to do is produce comics, and basically the way this would be is I want to use my ideas. I want to co-create a comic with people. I want to put other people to work for it. I want to promote it, and I want 50% of it. And I want the creative team to get. And by the way, it's going to be a big ass paycheck. But I mean, my idea, I promote, I put you guys to work, and you guys are going to get paid a ton of money for it. So that is the plan. I would design it. I would work with somebody. We just need to get a good artist. I need a killer artist. Who was I thinking of for this? Not Owen Wilson, but the other guy. Who's Owen Wilson's brother?
Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson is. I was thinking of him as the lead character. Like Luke Wilson coming home, like he's really good. He's divorced. He's got a kid. He comes home, his bills are all late, but what he likes to do is he likes to turn wrenches in the garage, and he does battle bots. He does that shit in his part-time, and he's being scoped out by these people to join this team. Against what? Well, we'll figure that out. I mean, this is a gem of an idea right now. This is the grain of an idea, a seed of an idea. I just think it would be people saying, ew, Luke Wilson.
Maybe they could fight communists.
Fighting communists? Does it take place in the? No, I think it takes place in the present. But I mean,
present day. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it would be cool. So
I posted that Cyberfrog on your page there, so people want to take a look.
They've seen it.
Facebook.
Yeah, they've seen it. This guy, he's ComicsGate. I mean, he's with us.
Kanan?
Yeah, you better believe it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
That's great.
Well, you're his writer's in here right now, Antonio Bryce.
I am. Yes, I am.
Some people are saying it sounds like Real Steel. I don't really think it sounds like Real Steel. Real Steel is more like fighting, right? Real Steel is
BattleBots. Real Steel was BattleBots the movie.
Yeah, that's straight up BattleBots the movie, and it's actually a ripoff of One Must Fall 2097, which is a video game from the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. I know these things. But yeah, this is completely different. This is more like Voltron.
It is. It's just American Voltron with a combination of BattleBots. So that's my pitch, dude. I would love to work with good people on it and get it going. I think we could make it rock.
Because idea. Because concept.
I will start writing that immediately. Thank you, Ethan.
I think Mike Barron wants it. But he wouldn't claim it publicly. He claimed it privately, which is like, what the hell, Mike? Just say yeah.
Make it a big book.
Well, yeah, that's the plan, and that would be a book that we would launch early next year. But we'd get going with it now, get it together, it's one of many. People are like, when are you going to start publishing? Like, have a little company? I don't know. I would like, that kind of thing just seems like it should happen organically. Like this, you'd have an idea, you just get it done. Cupcake Alliance, £2. Erica Henderson to draw the junk mech BattleBots. Probably not. Red Racks, thanks for $2. Had my main channel false flagged and terminated.
I would suggest talking to @TrustedFlagger on Twitter regarding that. They might be able to help.
Yeah. Billy Ray, $2. Add American Mecha to the Space Force universe. Yeah, it's possible. Emery Calumet, $5. The Mech Kids fight EPA patrol robots that seize the wetlands. That's great. We're getting into politics there. We're getting into politics.
That's
But, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Mark C, $5. Ethan, the giant robot needs the 70s Trans Am Firebird as its chest.
Oh, hell yeah.
Great. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this. I just think I think it'd be fun, and I can see it as a movie. So, yeah.
Hey, Ethan, what format would you use? Because I don't think a normal comic book's big enough to hold this concept.
Well, what do you mean? What other formats could I?
Do you remember? I'm a little older than you guys, but Whammo had the world's largest comic. Type that in, and it was a comic book that kids could actually kind of lay in. It was massive. It's the biggest comic book I've ever seen. I don't even know the dimensions of it, but it's bigger. I think they were bigger than the actual. Like how they did those, the DC and Marvel did those Treasury editions. They're way bigger than that. So it would be awesome since, these books fund very well, like that you could actually do that. It would be hard to ship it though, actually.
It'd be expensive too.
It would be expensive, but oh my gosh, that would be so cool to see pages that huge.
The dude recently tried that with Nexus. I don't know if you're familiar with his subscription service, but it was printed about a size of 22 inches tall. It was
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was very difficult to ship, and no stores would rack it because there's just no space for it. Now all that material is going to be republished by Dark Horse, but I have nothing against a larger format. But by a larger format, I'm thinking 8.5 by 11.
I just think it'd be a blast to see something like that huge.
The chat is going nuts right now. They're so happy they're like listening to creative people jam while I'm at work is fucking awesome. That's all this is. I mean, that's what Comicsgate is. I want to do this kind of stuff out in the open because we're asking for their support. Yeah, this is the difference between mainstream comics and then what Comicsgate is. It's like
they look down. They look down on their audience.
Yeah, of course. We're like I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm the audience. I am part of the audience. So for me, this is a treat. This is a treat. I love this.
Yeah, so it's like this is my idea that I'm pitching to you guys in the crowd. There are 1,383 people watching right now. It's like this is the idea for the book I want to sell you guys. So we're gonna let you in on it. You'll see a little bit of it being made. We got to find an artist. I don't know if there's one who's available already in our group, but
Elliot Fernandez.
Does he do robot stuff?
He does everything, and I was very fortunate to have him on my channel last night, and he is amazing and very, very nice guy. Extraordinarily talented.
Cam 1138 says, EVS, you are an artist. Yeah, but I'm not the right artist for my own project. See, that's the thing. Just having an idea doesn't mean that you're the one who should draw it. And I'm busy with Cyberfrog. I want to do Cyberfrog. And by the way, part of this also is I want to get as many of my ideas out there as possible. I will share my ideas with the people who work on them, so you will get participation in the idea. This is just, I guess this is how you start a company. I don't really know.
This is how you start a company, actually. Yeah, you're like creating the core part of the brand, right? The core comics, I guess.
Stan Lee.
Yeah, you're Stan Lee. Exactly. Like he created all these concepts and then had other people work on them, and they brought these comics to life. But he was the creator.
Yeah. All right, so I'm pretty excited about this. Are you excited about it, Mike?
I'm very excited.
Okay. Yeah, I want to create how many people? I guess it should be 6 people. I want them to be diverse but without pandering.
Diverse but not perverse.
Yeah, well, I want my main guy is Luke Wilson. That's who I'm thinking about, man. I pictured Luke Wilson in that.
You should get both Wilsons in there, like the brother team.
Yeah, at a discount.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad idea. These 2 boys, they're brothers, and they do this together, and they've always one of them might be.
I love that.
One of them might be more successful than the other. Like Luke Wilson's kind of a bum, but he's trying real hard. He's got a heart of gold. And Owen Wilson's he's more successful. But he's a little bit sleazier, and he's got a wife and kids, and he's big house and everything. I like that dynamic, and they're 2 brothers.
Brotherhood, yeah.
They love each other, but
I dig it.
And then we can have a young genius. What about either a young, like a 12-year-old girl or boy who's super smart? And I mean, I want it to look like Voltron. I want, you have Pidge, who's this little kind of midget, weird kind of asexual thing. It's like I want to have a character like that that's shaped like that in there. One big fat guy, one beautiful girl. It's like, but they're all like just American. It's all about just the heartland, living in the heartland, and not high tech.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
not
trying to think Riri Williams. Either Riri Williams or Wesley Crusher. Oh God.
Hey, what's the name of this?
Wesley.
What's the name of this series?
I think right now it's called American Manga until we get a better name. That's a tentative title.
I got an idea. I'm just going to throw it out there. Flyover Country.
It's a little. It doesn't say crush. Big robots crushing.
Yeah.
If you got more into the American aspect of the cars, you could call it American Muscle.
Somebody in the chat calls it Rust Belt, and that's actually pretty good.
I like Rust Belt. That's a
one
good
word.
name.
Yeah.
Yep, Rust Belt.
Rust Belt could be the robot's name, but I mean, I don't want it to be like Voltron, like some fake high-tech thing. Like, what would you call your big robot friend? That you guys all control together. Rust Belt's pretty neat. Bob, yeah. people like Rust Belt. Everyone's saying Rust Belt.
American heavy metal.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like that's something that's been on TV.
Diesel in the Dust.
Diesel in the Dust.
But yeah, there's a lot. We can talk about that. We can figure that out on our own. But a word like Rust Belt's good.
Yeah.
But we got to make it so that it just,
Will they fight a soy bot?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
they have some hipster guy, right, with a man bun from San Francisco. He tries to get one of them to. He wants to invest in one of them. He wants them to build his design, and it's a soy bot.
We could do that. We could have like the bad guys be like soy boy types. That'd be fine. Blue Satoshi, $2. Guys, title it Redneck Mechs. Yeah, I don't want to call them rednecks. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's derogatory, I think. Yeah. A lot of people actually do find that derogatory.
I mean, I can call myself one.
Yeah,
if I hear any of you.
Yeah. Exactly. You might feel like an insult to people. We're not
fans.
The thing
about
no, honestly, I don't really care, and nobody really does. I mean, honestly, we're not fansies.
No, Bo and Duke are nothing like me. Like they're just. I'm a New Jersey boy, but I wouldn't mind being Bo or Duke. Like they're cool. Yeah. Would you call them rednecks? I mean, maybe.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Good old
boys.
Yeah, the good old boys is okay. It's an okay way to look at it, but really just like just blue collar. I mean, think of them as blue collar people.
Yeah. Relatable.
Yeah. Chicken Sith. Name it after my rig guardrail. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's a nice name for a rig. Yeah.
As a backdrop, do it in Detroit, where all that stuff started from, so you could actually get into some historical aspects of the American vehicle and what happened to that region. So as a backdrop, you have the the American motors just kind of going away, all the factories closing down. So I mean, if you wanted to not get too heavy-handed, but as just a backdrop, so they could be a generation of guys that grew up, so their fathers and their fathers' fathers always like worked the line, built cars, stuff like that. So they're a bunch of like a family of wrench turners that dates all the way back to the early days of Detroit in its heyday.
Hey, Chaos Risen, thanks for $1.99 Americana. By the way, making an announcement, everything we're talking about right now is copyright Ethan Van Sciver, trademark pending.
Dude, I already did that. I do that on every stream, bro.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do creative stuff, I mean, you own it.
Obviously, this is proof that I own it. If anyone comes out with this, we have lawyers who will sue you. People Circus, thanks for £2. American Mango. What about Woe Manga? You sexist pig. Evil Paradigm, $5. Watch Megas XLR. It has a fat guy from Jersey as the main character and a giant robot. Oh, that's cool. That's close to what we're doing, but it's it's not really. I mean, the thing is, I picture this guy driving like old vehicles, and he's put weapons in them and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and he's made it so this thing can do cool tricks. You know, and it's just like, hey, check this out. And you know, we could just. I'm more interested in the personalities of the people than the actual thing. I picture these guys and gals that are doing this, and that's, you know, that's why I think this is kind of a movie. So.
Yeah, I mean that's a big part of like the best comics, right? I mean, you don't read Batman because you want to see him punch somebody. You read it because it's psychological, right? It explores all the dark characters and the dark natures. You know, it goes into the whole Jungian philosophy of the shadow and all that stuff, and that's why you read Batman. And so it's the same thing here. You're reading it for the characters, and everything else is kind of like the backdrop for this interpersonal drama between the brothers and the people they deal with, and you know, a little bit of politics, not heavy-handed politics, just a little bit of it, right?
Yeah.
It's real. It feels real.
Zebulon Pike, $2. I'm half redneck, half, and I think that's a racial slur that I better not say. All red ass. Okay, very cool. You guys can't give me racial slurs. I can't say them because they'll use them against me. Harry Bergeron, thanks for $1.99. Add a little bit of 50s hot rod culture. Rat Fink. Oh, yeah.
Well, that could be one of the characters who's kind of like an Ed Roth amalgam, and his machine would be like Ed Roth inspired. Like with that crazy monster sticking up out of the cockpit, grabbing a gear shift knob. Yeah, that killed everything.
Hey, you know what? Why wouldn't we just take this into a little bit of fantasy here? If this is American manga, why wouldn't we have a Godzilla bad guy? Why wouldn't we have, you know what I mean? Like,
it exists for a purpose. It's a kaiju thing. I mean, why else would you build giant?
So listen, I already get my own commissions, as many of you know. I already have one called Ben Zerker. He's a tank that looks like me.
Oh, that's good.
That's neat.
You look like a tank.
Hey.
Sid the Magi, thanks for $5. Call it Rust Belt, but they call the robot Rusty.
Hey, so on Twitter right now, Mike Norton, of all people, is trying to take shots at us. He says, this $20 comic that I bought and hasn't come out yet is awesome.
I just said,
guys, this is Mike Norton. He's local, so he's in my city. He's in Chicago. Every C2E2, I'm at Tim Seeley's booth right next to Mike's, and nobody ever goes and sees Mike.
This
I don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is, and I looked him up. He's got me blocked. I've never interacted with him once.
He just came out with a comic at Image that all it is it just makes fun of Trump. It's called Little Donnie or something. That's all it is. Like, you get a comic at Image, that's what you come out with.
Mike Norton is one of nature's gentlemen. He's a wonderful human being. I like him a lot. And we had dinner last week, and we discussed the left-right divide, and we agreed that it was never going to let it affect our friendship.
That's beautiful. Wait until you announce that you're ComicsGate. Anthony Howard.
Mike is listening right now.
Is he? Well, why does he have to be blocked? Why does he have people blocked here? Like, he uses a block list, clearly, so he's one of them.
All I know is I've known Mike a lot longer than politics reared its ugly head to divide everybody over everything, and that we're still friends. And I know him to be a wonderful human being. And, you know, it's a little bit of showbiz crap here, but it's true. Don't hate the guy just because he draws Little Donnie.
No, I mean, I don't hate him for that. I don't
hate him for that.
He's done, you know.
What the hell is anyone talking about? What did you say? Little what?
Donnie. That's Mike's comic that just came out, and all it does is it makes fun of Trump.
Oh, Little Donnie, like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. All right, good. That's got to be a barrel of laughs. Anthony Halberstadt, thanks for $2. When will we see Rust Belt in ink? Next year, like March, April, I would say, if we can get this moving. We've got to get an artist. Logan Cook, thanks for $5. Uncle Ethan, I got to be the artist for this. Can I send you my portfolio? I'll be cheap. You don't have to be cheap, just be good. Yes, send me your portfolio. We want to pay people. I'm not going to hire someone. This is not mainstream comics. We're not going to hire someone based on the price that they ask for. We want the best, somebody who's willing to come over here and be really, really well, and you're going to be paid very, very well.
Someone with passion and talent especially. Yeah.
Correct.
And knows how to draw cars and robots.
That's the main thing. The cars. I want realistic, busted out cars.
Hell yeah.
And that's not everybody can do that, you know. So.
Well, that's why I didn't volunteer. That sounds like a lot of work.
I know. Me too. I don't want to draw it, but I want to read it.
Yeah, me too.
Comics and Games, American Red Mechs. Red Mechs. That's a good. Actually, Red Mechs is a good.
Red Mechs.
It is good.
It's pretty good. I wonder if it sounds like Mex though, like Mexican. Red Mechs. If you just say it.
Yeah.
It makes me think of food, which isn't hard to do. Putting me in mind of food is not tough.
Rednecks. REDNEX.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
No, but this is Nex, not Mex. It's Nex.
Now I want Mexican food. God damn. Tacos. I'm gonna get Andrew to take me out for tacos.
Taco Cat.
Yeah.
Taco Cat is a palindrome.
Jeff Bartlett says Ethan hears words and thinks of food. Shocking. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, Jeff Darrow would be the ideal artist for this, but you know, obviously.
Yeah. What about Kane?
Do you know who Sean Murphy is?
Sean Gordon Murphy?
Yeah, he would be perfect.
Can't get him. I don't think we can get him. And plus, I kind of want to give people a chance. It'd be good to get like good talent that isn't working right now, rather than actually hiring over. Part of Comicsgate also should be that to kind of lift people up.
Yep.
Zebulon Pike says coon ass is a person of Cajun ethnicity. Okay, that was the word that I didn't want to use. Thanks, Zebulon. Sorry for doubting you. Alex G, thanks for $2. Call it Cybercar. No, probably not.
Cybercar. Everything you make is going to have cyber in it.
I know, right? I'll just.
This is a cyber gun.
A cyber brute.
Ethan, get Bill Sienkiewicz to draw it. He's not working, just trolling on Twitter. Oh.
He can't draw cars.
I know.
What about
If you name it Cybercar, I think you'd have to have Mike Pondsmith as a writer.
Hey everybody, I got to roll, but good seeing you, Mike. Thanks, Ethan. Take it easy.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Ben.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk more about this. I think I'm going to get back to work now, and now it's all about food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. Have I? I didn't eat today.
I don't think you ate. Yeah, no.
You
were up earlier, right?
Yeah.
And then you went offline for a bit, but I don't think you ate anything. Yeah.
No, I have not eaten. That's why I'm thinking of food.
You should eat. Yeah, you should get something to eat.
Somebody recommends we get Daryl Ayo to draw this. I don't know about that.
Oh no, that's trolling.
Right?
That's straight up trolling. That's trolling. That's straight up trolling there. Daryl Ayo.
Right. We love everyone in the chat. Mike Barron, are you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mike Barron, I have a room on Twitter, a private DM thread. That basically everyone who wants to be a part of Comicsgate Live, whenever I go online, I'll throw the link in there, and anybody who wants to come on can come on. If you're promoting a project, you can do that. So let me find you on Twitter and put you in that room, just so you know that's what it is.
I'm at Bloody Red Baron.
Bloody Red Baron?
Yeah, at Bloody Red Baron.
Okay, I'll find you. Tyler Butcher, thanks for the 99-cent donation. We love you guys. Love everybody that's listening. Thank you so much. 1,291 people still watching. You guys are the best.
Cool.
We might see you tonight. I don't know if I've already done Comicsgate enough for tonight, but
and if you haven't gone to my YouTube, please, I'm going to launch Black and White in September, like September 10th. So I need to get my subs up so I can do well on the IndieGoGo.
Yeah, right on.
Do you mind if I promote as well?
Yeah, do it.
All right, cool. So I'm running a new gaming channel on YouTube. If you like lists, enjoyable, in-depth looks into upcoming video games and all that stuff. I know it's not really related to comics, but it's a video game channel. It's called Hype Break, and we put up our first video today. It's about Spider-Man, the upcoming Spider-Man game. So hey, it is slightly related to comics. Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, very good. All right, guys. Love you all. I'll see you. I'll see you later. Maybe tonight. We'll see.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Go eat. Thanks.